boy in Texas.
Where they at?
Where they at, man?
Where they at, man?
Where they at?
I should start our
Yeah, we
microphones.
should get some microphones going.
Where the microphones at?
Where the microphones at?
Oh, where they at? There they are.
Where the microphones be?
Oh, I ruined it. Okay.
Holy shit.
Fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We should start recording.
Yes.
Everything's recording. Well, look at us go.
Where they at?
We're like semi-pro, which is semi-pro amateur finals.
Yes.
Third trimester.
It's just pregnant out here. That's all that's going on.
What's
where
up,
they
guys?
at? Well, Dusty Ray is a
what-
mechanic in Texas.
Is he really a mechanic?
Yeah.
Oh.
He does he works for an oil drilling company, kind of working on their trucks, their whatever. He had a tractor all split in half a couple months ago. Like,
damn,
it's pretty crazy shit. Yeah,
that's some Wyoming shit, dude. We have Wyoming machinery out here, like Cat machinery out here, and their shop is that same way, man. They'll pull a giant bulldozer in there and rip that motherfucker apart and fix it and put it back together. It's crazy, dude.
He basically does Logan kind of does the same thing, but Logan works for the Hot Shot company.
I swear I've seen him driving around at my work a few times, like around my work area a few times, out by the airport. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I know I have. He's honked at me once or twice, and I've been like, was that Logan? Pretty sure that was Logan. He's like, last time I saw him, he was all waving. I was like, I'm pretty sure that Logan's fucking wave, his thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So where are they at? Well, Dusty Ray in Texas, and we right here. So we about to check this out. This is Where They At by Dusty Ray. He's an independent country rap artist coming up.
And I'm just seeing on this too, it's recorded on an iPhone.
Yes.
So for all the times that we've talked about recording and putting out content from your iPhone, here's for all the support of all the times we've said that. Mm-hmm. Just this opening shot right here.
Looks amazing.
I wouldn't believe this was an iPhone. I would believe this was like a GoPro or some other type of. But I mean, that's how good iPhones are getting it. Chris's iPhone, that iPhone 13, like I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max. He has a 13 Pro Max, and the differences between the two, like mine's good. Mine's perfectly good. Chris's is like on the next level. It's weird almost. Like he sets it up and we do videos, and I'm like, I get stuck looking at the camera just because the quality's so nice. Anyways, recorded on an iPhone. I'm impressed by it, by the quality of the cameras and stuff on them. So I'm interested to see what they've done with this here. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for joining us, and
check out Dusty Ray, man. He could use all the help he can get.
Yeah, let's do it. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Like, that's a good shot, dude.
Yeah. This reminds me of a Jessie B video, but she shot hers on iPhone too. So.
Best believe we represent where we from. Where I'm from, everybody here definitely got a gun. But don't run, have your fun. Just relax, open air into your lungs. And if the crazies come around, we'll get it done. Say it. Where they at? Where they at? Say it. Where they at? 2 cold knives strapped on the lab. Where they at? Say it. Where they at? Say it. Where they at? They writing checks, they mouth ain't cash. Riding around this side of town since I was just a kid. Black and mild, wood tip, thought we was cool to hit. After practice, we meet up and do some country shit. Just some little rebellious rascals trying to flip the script. 1993, born in ISAFB, home of the B1s and the C130G. Prodigy of Abilene, Taylor County, where I sleep. Once they see I'm doing good, they'll try and climb my family tree.
Yeah,
dude. That's cool. It's all shot on an iPhone, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, you can do it.
There's
for all the naysayers. I don't have the equipment. I don't have the microphones. I don't have the stuff. Yeah, you do. It's all in your pocket. It happens. I mean, you have an entire. I would call it like a decent amateur rig. Like you have an amateur movie making rig right here. Like you have it. It's there. And even I know I haven't had an Android for a while, but I know Samsung's got their shit together. I know LG, the Google phones are like the Pixel phones are supposed to be pretty dope. I don't know much about them, but
the only thing that I've noticed with Android is it looks really good as long as it stays on the phone. But once you email it to, like, let's say you email it to yourself so that way you can put it on a computer and edit it. Typically, you lose a lot of quality over what the iPhone
There's
does.
some sort of compression rate that happens between Androids and other phones. That's like,
it's crazy because
like iPhone has more control over that. I think.
Yeah. iPhone has a better.
And then again, I don't know, you guys. I'm no tech wizard. I don't fucking know.
The thing about iPhone is it'll temporarily allow somebody else to use your iPhone cloud storage. So they can pull it from the cloud with its original, like there's no compression, there's no nothing.
Original rate,
and you can pull it that way.
Okay,
and that's how we've done it before. Like when I sent ours to Carly, I just like put it in the cloud, and then she has access to that one video in the cloud, and then she can pull it out.
Similar to like Dropbox, but probably like a higher like bit rate or depth rate or some sort of transfer something.
Yeah, I have like 2 terabytes of cloud storage.
I'm very knowledgeable with words.
We know all the
acronyms, science, wizardry, technology, lights.
But no, I like the vibe. I like the vibe. Like as far as the cadence and stuff, it doesn't remind me of Upchurch. But as far as like the message and stuff, he's like, I'm from this place, and shouts out Taylor. Was it Taylor County, Taylorville County, or something?
Yeah, sure.
But he's like, I'm from my hometown, and I'm just a nobody in my town. But like one of these days, I'm gonna be great, and people are gonna try to use me for stuff. And he's like, but all these people right now have all this shit to say about, don't bother wasting your time on that and what, like, and then he's like, and then they have people who want to talk shit. He's like, well, where are you guys at? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
I like at the beginning too, he kind of talking about where he was from and stuff. And he's like, everyone here carries, but like that shouldn't freak you out. Like basically, everyone here carries, but the reason why we're doing that, like, just stay chill.
Yeah.
Keep it chill and nothing will happen. Everyone's totally fine. But if shit hits the fan, the crazies show up, we'll take care of it.
Yeah.
We got to figure it out. Like, nothing's going to happen. That's the whole thing. Like, don't look at it from some scary, like
oh my God, they all have
everyone
guns.
has guns aspect. Look at it as like a protection thing. Like, everyone here is able to, like, as long as everyone's getting along.
The wild thing is, like,
I understand
fires are more common than a shootout, okay? Why does...
When was the last time you really saw, like,
When was the last time you walked out of your house with a fire extinguisher?
Well, like... And when was the last time you saw, like, guns blazing, mass riot, Civil War style shootout in a crowd?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that has happened recently.
So,
I don't know.
So I was watching
political news very often, or like the recent news or anything. I don't know, you guys.
I cannot remember this comedian's name, but he is so fucking funny. I came across him on TikTok, but he is a oh God, what is his job title? Basically, his job is to look into statistics and kind of tell or advise companies what they should do based on the statistics around what they're working.
He's like an analyst.
Right? Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, and his thing is he's like, well, statistics can be misleading, okay? He goes, well, for instance, they say that 47 or 49% of marriages end in divorce. He goes, but what is that really saying? He goes, well, that means that the other
60%, or whatever,
60%,
close to 60, 52%.
The other percentage ends in death. He's like, either way, marriage ends up bad. It's just you got to pick whichever one you want to like. So that's kind of how his comedy goes. But he made a point the other day. He goes, look, there are, I think he said on average, there's like 3,400 shootings a year, okay, which sounds like a lot, and it is. 3,400 shootings a year that people die from. There are 4,000 incidences where people just trip and fall and die. He said you're more likely to just fall over and die than get shot and die. And that's wild.
I fell off my ladder a few weeks ago cleaning out my gutters, and thinking back on it, I fell in the exact perfect spot. I could have died. Like there was like a metal what's the metal like separator in your yard or whatever. There's that thing next to me. There was an exposed tree root next to me. There was all sorts of shit that I could have fallen on. I straight up I fell off of this thing and landed on my shoulder. I landed in the one spot in between all that shit that was just open in the yard. So thinking back on that shit, I mean, falls can be really, really serious, man.
Well, yeah, and then I mean more.
Another reason why I didn't want to help with the thing this morning. I don't want to be a part of any of that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, more people die due to drunk. I mean, there's I think there's 18,000 people die a year due to car crashes. Well, Let's outlaw cars then.
It's probably more than that, honestly. So, but here we are still driving them, right? Like, and they don't change the laws very frequently. So
there's a risk to everything you do. There's a risk to getting up out of a chair and just walking around the house, apparently, because you could just fall and die. Okay, so like, as far as guns go, yeah, man. Like, I get it. You might be from a place that that's not the general consensus, but coming from a place that
certain places it is the general consensus. Like, that's how it is in Wyoming, man. Most events you walk around, most of those people are probably carrying. Wyoming has open carry laws, so you can just in certain places, I guess,
technically open carry, or what they call constitutional carry, should be legal everywhere. Like, as far as, like, the only places that don't allow it is California and New York.
I have no problem but that's, again, that's a locational thing. I have no problem walking into a place and seeing a dude with a gun on his hip. It's what it is.
Concealed carry is where people get all freaked out. Well, why you got to hide the gun? It's like, well, look, dude, some guy walk in to try to rob a place, and you're the guy in the store with a gun on the outside. You're the first dude getting shot.
Stop worrying about it as like that guy's going to shoot me, and start worrying about it as when someone else tries to shoot me, that guy's probably going to help me out.
Yeah.
Because that guy's going to see it happening and go and just like get ready, and then before you know it, before you even know that anything's happening, that guy's going to take action.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully that guy's had trainings and knows how to handle and does what he's doing.
That's the thing. Like,
it's the scary part also.
I've taken some classes on stuff like that, and it's not... There's classes that, like, you need to be a good marksman. You need to make sure your gun handling is good. But, like, most of the classes is mental preparedness. Like, it's
dealing with the situation.
It's so easy to just freeze up or, like, fumble with because your nerves and stuff. Like, you have to put yourself in a mindset, okay, this is going down. Just breathe. Everything's fine. I'm going to slowly reach. I'm going to pull and draw. And I'm going to hold and wait. And that's the important thing, is holding and wait and assess the situation and to see what's going on. And then kind of from there, it starts to come down really fast. You got to start making split-second decisions.
It funnels really quick from there, for sure. But anyways, let's keep going. Sorry for the long tangent. Not really sorry. We had to talk about it, man. I like that intro where he was talking about, like, hey, you're going to be fine. Everyone's got a gun, but it's for protection, man. Like, everyone's good. And that's usually how most gatherings happen, you know what I mean? Like, especially the further out west you get, man. That's kind of how it works. I guess some parts back east too. That's what we're finding out through the channel here. So let's go.
Good, they'll try and climb my family tree. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? 2 cold knives strapped on the lab. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? They writing checks they mouth can't cash. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? 2 cold knives strapped on the lab. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? They writing checks they mouth can't cash. You know I'm tired of people telling me what I gotta do. Dusty, you're a fool. You should probably go to school. Instead, I bought some tools, learned to trade, and found my groove. Built a family in a house. What more should I prove? Where they at? Probably living in the past. Talking smack behind your back till the wheels fall off they trash. They ain't nothing if the emotions are empty and they just coasting through this life, giving the potion to sink your ship into the ocean.
Yeah. That's right.
Look, I have no problem. I have no problem with going to school to further your education and pursue a career, from an education, that kind of thing. I also have no problem with learning a trade. Honestly, I have my opinions on which one I think that you should do, but regardless of which one you gravitate towards, it shouldn't be on you to push that opinion on somebody else. Yeah. He's like, hey, you should probably go to school. You should do your thing. And it's like, well, yeah, but if I like fucking working on
tractors and whatever else, and doing generators,
some electrical shit. I want to go do something that's a trade instead. You shouldn't look down on me for that just because you didn't go learn all these big fancy words and all this weird technical jargon. Okay, I can still fix the shit.
So here's the thing that I heard Jordan Peterson recently talking about. And if you guys don't know who he is, look him up. He's a very, very smart individual. Very well educated, spent a lot of time in college, but this was, years ago. He's kind of older now. But looking at the education system the way it is now, he goes, the problem is it's not, he goes, sure, they're like teaching stuff that doesn't matter. Okay, you get to the college level or university level. He's like, why is it required when you go to law school that they go, oh, by the way, you have to pass this fractions, multiplying and dividing by fractions class before you get. It's like, dude, that was all taught in high school. We know how to do that. Just move on.
And I don't need that
that's a
when
class
I'm
you
trying
gotta
to
pay
solve
for.
a fucking murder case or whatever the hell. Like I don't need that thing.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. He's like, number one, they force useless classes on you to get more money. And number two, it's so expensive that it's not worth getting the degree to then go get a job that it's going to take you 20 years to pay it off. Like, there's no sense in that. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're going to get a degree, he says, if you're going to get a degree, make sure that you can pay it off with that new job within 5 years. 5 years max. Because you've already spent, okay, let's say you graduate high school at 18 or 19, okay, depending on when you were born. You graduate high school at 18, and then you go to university, and let's say you get a master's degree. That's 6 to 8 years of your life. So now you're sitting at almost 30, and you probably don't have a house of your own. You may or may not have, a wife and kids or a car or what, typically the American thing, right? So now you're 30, and then you have to pay that loan off over the next, even if you can do it in 5 years. But let's say, typically he's saying the standard is 10 to 20 years. Now you're looking at 40 to 50 to pay off an education. You spent half of your life paying off an education.
Dude, student loans are crazy too, man. Like I went to college. Years ago.
Yeah.
Still got one. Still got a loan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's still around. They're crazy. They last for a really long time. And the fact of the matter is it's very expensive to go to college in the first place. Yeah. So like that's where they come from, and mine's on the lower end of things, but like some of my friends are like, my buddy Kyle, I know he's got a psych degree and he went to the University of Wyoming, and it's not cheap to get a psych degree at University of Wyoming. Turns out it's like $40,000 or something like that. So like it's like you said, it's the cost of a vehicle nowadays, like a cost of an average vehicle nowadays, and then you pay that off for the rest of your life, man, basically.
It's crazy because typically the interest rate on student loan is just ridiculous.
It's insane.
Like it's a mess. But like, let's say you even go to trade school, right? I know my buddy Anthony went to Wyotech, and he learned paint and body is what he wanted to do. He ended up just being a mechanic, but you already have to take mechanic classes before you get into paint and body, because sometimes, some cars you have to remove the motor.
You got to know how to
do So I mean, it's all it's one piece, but typically with that school, you can either do engine, transmission, suspension, like mechanical side of things, and then stop there, and then not really deal with paint and body. But if you want to do paint and body, you got to start at the beginning and then continue on. But it took him 4 years, and I think it cost him $15,000, and that included tools. He paid some in tools, and they give him a pretty good discount on tools. He had it paid off in 3 years. Like, it kind of seemed worth it to me. Like
doing his trade too. Also, like a lot of these college degrees, you come out of college with the degree, and a lot of these people don't get jobs in that field. Like, depending, trade schools, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a job in that field when you come out of trade school.
Oh yeah,
you have the certificate.
And that's the thing. He spent the first 2 years doing paint and body, and the first year he did so well they gave him a raise. The second year he was doing paint. Anytime he stepped into the booth, he took home $5,000.
Pretty good move.
Yeah, a really good move. He painting semis and airplanes is what he was doing.
So and that's a great field. Again,
oh yeah,
add dollar signs on because it's commercial vehicles, and it's all that kind of shit.
So
yeah, I don't know. I think you can go either way with it. It's just one of those things. Don't push it on somebody else just because you're like, oh, you have to go to school, you have to go to college and get a degree and do all this. You don't actually. You don't have, especially nowadays. I think the education system is kind of a joke nowadays, to be honest with you.
It is.
With the invention of online classes and tutorials and free advice from basically anybody, you can learn anything that you need to do. I never would have taken an engine apart before the invention of like YouTube and like all these other different outlets. And with that now, I feel confident that I can do it, because if I fuck something up, I can just go to the internet and they'll go, yeah, this thing right here. And I'll go, oh yeah, okay, that's the exact thing
Right.
So there's just all sorts of reference material. There's all sorts of availability, and I think the education system is kind of crumbling to that a little bit, and unfortunately, the kids are having to be subjected to that system kind of failing. And again, I've said it before. I'm glad I don't have to be a part of it, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad I don't have kids, and I'm glad I don't have to be a part of it because it's got to be a wild ride right now, dude.
Yeah.
But, what do you think, man? Let's get a high rating. Get out of here.
I'm gonna give this 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm like
he did really good.
3.75.
Some of those shots, like where the camera was up and he was looking
Bingo.
up, like good shot, but it's okay to blink.
Yeah.
Okay. Look a little crazy as hell. Okay, but like,
and a little more center framed a little bit, and like maybe one more camera angle, maybe like a ground shot from there too, where like a camera's like walking in front of you and you can kind of just follow it as it walks in front of you.
Yeah.
Similar to that one dude that was like in the baseball field or whatever, and it was kind of like the ground shot.
Good, yeah.
So like one more camera shot there, but I mean honestly, for it being all shot on an iPhone, pretty great, man.
Yeah, for using what you have, man.
I say keep it up, and that's just it. At least you posted, bro. Keep posting. Like that's half the battle. Post it, dude. And so yeah, I'm good with it, man.
Well, anyway, if you guys like today's episode, be sure you leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang. And
where they at?
Where they at, man? Go ahead and show Dusty some love. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Follow him on Instagram and YouTube. He's a super cool dude.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Bow.